Demand for third-party measurement and objective reporting against digital advertising is become really a necessity. Not only is it important to brands here in the US, but it's becoming more important globally, both for brands in the US as they advertise digitally everywhere, and also, of course, the brands outside the US who are now seeing brand safety, digital ad fraud, and the need for viewable measurement as a critical component of evaluating the performance of every inventory source that they use. Our company authenticates the quality of digital media that the largest brands spend around the world. We began 10 years ago beginning to measure the quality of typical publishers. It evolved into also measuring the inventory quality that's being delivered on the so-called portals. And today the largest social platforms, Google, YouTube, as well as Facebook, are for the first time now supporting third-party measurement from companies such as DoubleVerify to validate the quality of the digital media that they're also now delivering for large brands. So the revenue model for our company is that advertisers pay us to evaluate the quality of where their ads are showing up. But what advertisers care about are the same things that consumers care about, and that is the quality of the content that each of them are sharing in. An advertiser is intending to meet a consumer on their terms, meaning in an area where they're engaged, in an area where the quality of the content is legitimate, in an area where there is a high trust between the user on that particular page and the brand that's trying to reach that user. With the advent of fake news, of content that's purposely created solely for the goal of attracting users and advertisers without necessarily the quality that defines legitimate content and news as we expect it, the trust and transparency in the digital ecosystem breaks down. And so with companies such as DoubleVerify helping to validate the quality of those particular sites, or more importantly even the pages that those sites might be sharing or delivering in either a social network or a typical publisher, is critical to supporting the entire ecosystem that consumers and advertisers rely on alike.
And we're hearing a lot about government involvement, certainly with the EU and GDPR. How much of this effort that you guys do, obviously you're a private company, how much of the sort of the management of the health of the ecosystem is going to be done privately, and how much will be done by the government, or do you have any thoughts about that?
Well, interestingly, there's this debate now, which is, can a free advertiser-supported internet survive? Or should it be subscription-based fee for service, in which case, typically you would have a non-ad environment, in which case the consumer's paying for the content. I firmly believe that a free internet is what originally created the backbone of online content and sharing. And I absolutely believe that by creating the trust and transparency that we each expect when we log in, can support an ad-supported internet. The question, certainly with GDPR is the data collection that advertisers use done with the acknowledgement, the consent, and the requisite controls in place, that there's a balance between what the consumer expects and what a brand advertiser needs, and I firmly believe that that balance can be struck.